Hey y'all, welcome back to Knitting in Our Jeans. I'm Liz.
I'm Carolyn.
And you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as TooLizzForYou, TOOLIZZFORYOU.
And I'm CPREDMOR on Ravelry, and when I post as Knitting in Our Jeans on Instagram. There is an Instagram personality as my real name, but I don't look at it or answer it or anything else. So whenever I've had a family member say, how come you're not talking to me on the Instagram? I say, go to the one I actually read, because I don't switch personalities well, or at least not
in Instagram, because
right.
She then ends up deleting one of the accounts and then trying to create a new one instead of just logging in. So she only has the one.
Right. Anyway, that's who we are.
Yes.
Let's see. I've talked to Mom a couple times this week, more than a couple times. And then she called me on Saturday just wondering what we were doing.
Yep.
And I said I was knitting something that I will tell you about in a minute. And she thought I was saying socks. I went, no, I'm not knitting socks.
Yeah. So.
I'm not sure she actually got it, but she was together enough to dial my telephone number.
Which is good.
Which is excellent. You know, and she doesn't use a cell phone. So either she's reading her address book or she's remembering it. I'm not sure, but it worked either way. So She seems rather peppy, so that was good. Today, in the Christian calendar, other than Orthodox, it is Palm Sunday, so many of us got palms today.
Oh, I forgot to bring my palm crosses up.
Oh well. I didn't make palm crosses. My palms were too short. But anyway, so happy Palm Sunday to everybody who's involved.
Continued Ramadan Mubarak?
Yes, and Zis and Pesach for people who start Passover
soon.
Yes, I think it's Thursday. It's this week.
Yeah.
So Zis and Pesach to everybody. And I think we've covered it.
I think we have.
What would you like to talk about?
What have you finished?
I have finished 4 things.
But
they're 4 almost identical things. 4 ducks.
They're duckies!
So, yes, at the moment, grandniece and nephew are still supposed to come over on Sunday at Easter. And so the grandnephew is not going to be able to go look for eggs. He's 6 months old. But I saw this free pattern in Free Patterns for a Limited Time on Ravelry. And I said, and I downloaded it. And I said he could hold on to these. So this one is just with 1 strand of fingering. This is with a strand of lace and a strand of fingering, and it does make a bigger duck. Now, the original pattern since used lace mohair, which makes a lovely duck. But then I realized it's a very hairy duck, and this is not good for small children who are likely to put these things in their mouths. So we had company yesterday, friends of ours from Maryland, and she teaches kindergarten. And she was over the moon about these ducks. And apparently her niece was getting married, and there was a baby. No, she is married. She's having a baby. There was a baby shower, and Denise was told that the appropriate gifts are those that are handmade of natural fibers. And she goes, and these ducks. And apparently what they do is they incorporate a wooden ring on the back of the duck, so it then becomes something you can rattle. It's
either a duck or a different
rabbit.
All kinds of animals.
Kind of thing. And she says, that's the hot gift at baby showers. And I'm going, clueless here, just totally over my head. But there are, I don't know how long this one is going to be free. As I said, it was in the free for a limited time list. Or link, whatever. But I'm sure you can find other ducks to make for free if you look for them. So I have made 4. They are not all the same.
They're decently fast, too.
They are. I have made 2 in a day. So obviously the 2 dark ones I've been using a dark
fingering and,
or
a dark lace,
and a fingering, and then these are the regular fingering. But the heads are the heads are different, and the beaks here are different. So but I have 2 of each size, so that way we shouldn't have any arguments over who gets what duck.
True.
So, and I have baskets for them to go and use. Now, only the 6-month-old isn't going to care about his basket. But his sister is going to go egg hunting. And I bought the egg dye. We'll be buying the eggs when we go to the grocery store this week. We will cook them up, boil them up, and we will dye them so that they're ready for her on Sunday. Of course, if they all get sick or stay sick, we'll have dyed eggs, but that's okay. So I did finish that this week. I didn't work much on the shawl. Had I worked on the...
you had started the edge.
I did finish one edge.
Oh. Oh, wow. So you make two of these?
Yes. So as you can see that fully... I'm losing my voice. Fully stretched, they're like this. And you can see the nubs and everything else.
There you go.
Yeah. So, because we had company coming on Saturday, I did not wash the shawl or try to wash this because I'd have to have it laying out all over the living room and dining room, and I thought that would be...
Not worth it till after Easter.
Right. Now that the Lulu's not worth it now either. But I have started the second one. So I've got my markers. There's a pattern every 12, so that's why I have all of these markers on there. It is a 21 row pattern with a very stretchy loose bind off. Okay. So it's not enough to do the Judy's Magic stretchy bind off, because I tried that and it wasn't...
The Jenny super stretchy bind off or whatever?
Whatever. The super stretchy bind off where you knit it and then go back and knit the two together, and that wasn't enough yarn. So I had to do a loose bind off and then go back and put the one stitch over the other. So it's extremely loose bind off in order to get the amount of stretch that's inherent in that body of lace. I was taking out a bind off. I took it out 3 times.
Wow.
Which is a trial because the secondary stitches can become very small. The open part becomes very big and the stitches become very small. But I did it. And so that's going to sit aside until after Easter, and then I will wash and stretch all of these things. So if you want to bring your picks
next week,
yes, for Easter, that would be great. Okay. Because then I could do that before we go away. Yep. What would you like to show us?
I am trying to finish the row.
Okay. So I did not do any
work on your Woolf.
The ice cream man is coming.
Well, you know, start of spring.
8:11 at night. It's dark outside. I don't know.
The start of spring.
I understand that. But my point is the ice cream man should come along before it gets dark outside.
Well, or this is their set schedule for the rest of the season.
I don't know. How much do you think they're selling?
I don't know, but also...
Gasoline's expensive. This doesn't make any sense to me.
But also, it could just be
and they park in front of the house.
In front of our house?
Yes.
It sounds like they are right outside of the window.
I know. They're in front of the house.
It's wild.
Yes. There's no little kids here except for maybe on Easter. So it's insane. They have caught drug dealers selling drugs out of the back of ice cream trucks. So the joke at our house is that they come along at odd hours. Let's face it, in the summertime, sometimes it's 10 o'clock. That really what they are selling drugs instead of ice cream. I can't corroborate that. I've never gone out to speak to these people. But
we can't have the ice cream. So.
Right. And I don't, so I have no way of knowing, but the times they come by seem like really inappropriate times to sell to children.
So, anyway. This is the Bounce by TinCan Knits. I have 5 stripes, as you can see, out of, I don't recall how many. I have, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I have 6 through 10 in my bag, ready to go. So I'm chugging right along. This is due for a baby shower in mid-May. So hopefully we will be done by then. Mm-hmm. We will see. But yeah, so I am just chugging away on it. It's a really simple pattern that comes out really nice.
That is very pretty.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
What size yarn is this?
DK.
Really?
This is DK, yeah.
Huh. Mm-hmm. I would have said bulky, but,
Nope. It's
that's very nice. It'll be warm.
Yep. And so I'm hoping I'll wash it and it'll be, well, it's only currently as big as the needles because I don't want to pull it off the needles, but I think it's a throw. I'm making the bigger size, so it's technically a throw, so that'll be nice. Usable. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that's what I've been working on when I've been knitting this week, because I want to get moving on that because it has a due date.
Right.
And then I have been plotting some sewing.
Oh, well, so have I. I went through patterns, and because I bought a tunic pattern, and I actually found a couple pants patterns that might be appropriate. And I found some patterns that I had already segregated out of here that may be appropriate. So
in addition to the ones we discussed last week.
Yeah, and I think since these are already printed, that and one pattern downstairs I've already made out of a heavy stretch wool I used to wear into work.
Okay.
I think that they certainly, the ones we discussed gave me the idea, but I'd rather work with printed patterns rather than trying to print them out and tape them together and all of that. And especially since I already have these patterns, I'll bring one of them up, I guess, next week. I love the tunic that I bought. It was, I think it's a Vogue pattern that I actually bought on Amazon. It was like $7 on Amazon. It's an older pattern, but it's a nice free-flowing tunic. And then I found a couple other pants patterns, not just skin-tight ones, but nice pants patterns that call for a stretch of fabric. Okay. So we can look through them perhaps next weekend after the little wee ones go home and chaos has gone. And kind of put fabrics with different patterns. So yes, I did do that this week. Some advanced planning. So let me see what you planned.
So I'm looking to make a new purse. I'm thinking to make a purse this time instead of a backpack.
Really?
Just because the one I'm about to do also has a crossbody strap. Also to change a pace, and I'll tell you why again in a minute. So this, I printed it out on very large paper by accident. It's the Boronia bowler bag by Blue Calla.
Is this done at work?
Yeah, I accidentally printed it on big paper. And I really like it because it's got a good amount of space, but I also want to try and make it so that then I can see how it works and see if I want to make a larger version of it to carry my new sewing machine maybe in.
Ah, right, the one you got at work.
Yeah.
Right.
So
well, maybe you could print out some of these patterns at work on large tape. That's an idea.
I don't think I can print them. It doesn't really work to print them out on larger paper. Like you can't print multiple pages.
Not right. Got it.
But yeah. So I'm going to probably pattern that out and get that moving this week, or maybe when we go back downstairs. And then I need a laptop bag for work because my current laptop bag is a laptop sleeve inside an Indian tangled tote bag. So there's the Lupin laptop bag by Blue Calla. Again, I think I'm going to use the fabric I have in hand. I'll have it match probably the purse. I have a whole set of bags that I very much want to make, so we'll see about those getting done.
I still want to make my backpack.
Those are things. Yeah, I know. We need to figure out
a pattern, what we want in it.
Well, I can start.
The one I have downstairs that's material, I really like a lot.
Right, but they don't have a pattern that's like.
I know.
There's sort of a pattern like it.
So we may.
We'll see. I have two patterns that I need to cut out, and we need to see about. But the other thing I've been working on is getting this fabric ready to become a dress. This is a purple stretch
cotton?
bamboo cotton, I believe, that I got last time we were in Alexandria.
Ah, yes, okay, yes.
So I've already cut out, or I've already not cut out, but traced the pattern. It's going to be the So Liberated Stasia pattern, which, if you give me a moment, I can
very nice
pull up.
Well, you need to finish that other thing that I have now down in the...
Yeah, I noticed. Yeah, but I can't take that, like, I can't take that home. Like, I can cut this
I'm just
here. I know I do need to finish that.
Need to use the dining table this week and next week, so that's all.
Well, now it's downstairs in a pile, and so...
Yes, but it's a very organized pile.
It's a very organized pile. Unfortunately, what I need to do needs me sitting at the dining room table to do it.
Well, then, after we go through patterns next weekend,
yes,
we can
we'll
get all
work
the
on
stuff back out again.
We'll work on it. It'll be fine. So, I'm thinking of making the 3/4 sleeve version, but the short one. But with 3/4 sleeves. They don't seem to have the 3/4 sleeve short dress view. So, it's...
That's cute.
This dress.
There.
It's a cute little, knit,
Throw it over your
A-line
head.
skirt. So, I'm excited about it. I have it all, as I said, patterned. So I want to at least see if I can get it cut, or if not, that's fine. I can take it back home. But now I've washed it.
Yes.
That was the whole point of the story. Is that I washed it. Then I put it in the dryer.
I would have put it on high.
And then it was wet.
Yeah. Our dryer doesn't get as hot.
It took like 3 hours total time in this dryer.
Did you put it on an hour 17
I put it on
each time?
I put it on the two of the times I put it on an hour 17 high and hot.
Okay.
I put it on normal
Then
the first time because I would just put the dress in normal.
Right.
Now I
Don't
was
fall
very
off of the
frustrated.
In this.
Yeah, I know.
Because it'll hold water.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm very excited about that.
That's very nice.
Yeah, so finally sewing up some stuff I've wanted to do in the last little bit.
Right.
And then I still have all of the other things I want to knit, am knitting. I didn't really work on the Stephen West this week, so that's why it's not here.
Well, she's been at rehearsal for choir, and it's going to be a busy week this week.
Yes, it's Holy Week for us
this week.
And that means lots of choir.
Lots of choir.
Yeah.
I did not work on the pirate shirt because I was working on ducks.
Ducks.
Richard was so funny. I finished one duck, and he's going quack, 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 quack. He takes it and starts doing this. I finished the second one, and then he's having duck fights. So, yes, my mom asked me what I was doing. I said, I'm making ducks. She goes, you're making socks? I said, no, I'm making ducks, Mom, ducks to put in Easter baskets. I really think she still thinks I'm making socks, but that's okay. That's fine.
That is totally okay.
So I really focused on, well, first I finished the one edge, and then started the other, and then realized Easter's coming, and I don't know how long these ducks take to make.
Yeah.
So let me go and do that production. So I've made a total of 5, have kept 4. And I think that's sufficient because the older munchkin is going to have Easter eggs to roam around with. And that is about it. I guess I take the lamb and the steaks out of the freezer on Friday to make sure they thaw in the refrigerator.
Probably.
And check and make sure I have the recipe for the lamb, which is a very fast recipe. It's Mary Berry's lamb cordons. And it's really very quick, and they take about the same time as steaks in the broiler, so that'll be easy to do.
Yeah.
And other than that, I have not worked on anything else. I didn't work on the Shawl. I have that in my bag to work on. I know I have the dress, the coat dress that I found finally again. I'm not going to work on that until I finish the lace shawl. Then I think it will be either the Woolf alternating with the Shawl, and get those done. And then I think I want, and then Pirate Shirt. Pirate Shirt's definitely going to hem this week and be done. I'm not going to start any other sewing until after that. But then I want to make up all this fabric that I've got, and then we'll see. I managed to eat the 4 pounds back on that I had lost. I'm really upset with myself. I have no restraint, and I can only have like one meal out of 21, right? 3 times 7 is 21. Yes, 21, where I go off the rails. We were eating pasta. Obviously, I can't eat pasta.
I don't know what you had.
Well, I had a lot because I loved it.
Well,
so cutting back.
Like your own cooking.
I know, I love my own cooking. So anyway, cutting back again, getting back on track. We did go hiking this week. We went hiking at least twice, and so now we're up to 2 miles on the Valley View Trail. That has a parking lot at Jericho Turnpike. Yes, and maybe this week we'll be able to branch out and cross the street on the north side and keep adding some more. So it's not like I've been static. I've just been eating, and my metabolism is slowing down to -5. So I really do have to just keep cutting back. Oh well, there are a lot worse things in this life. This is obviously a first world problem.
Yeah.
Anything else? With your baby blanket for the baby in South Jersey, you got a picture showing.
I did get my friends who have little one Abby really love her blanket. Got a photo of her using it today in the stroller. So it's always good to know. Yes. Oh, and my coworker apparently that is the blanket I knit for her little one is her daycare nap blanket.
Oh, cool. Yep. So favorites all around.
So it's nice to know that, something you put so much work and effort into is being used and being loved.
Yes.
So
it does make you feel good. And I have to say, my friend wanting to take my duck to her class made me feel very good. So we've had a good week. Yeah. And I hope that your week, this coming week, is going to be good. Any other things that you want to discuss or any other ideas?
No, that was about it. It's a short week.
It's a short week because we were focusing on mainly 1 or 2 things. And next week may be just as short because it's going to be heavy with, Easter
after work events.
That's right. So we do hope your week this week is a joyful one. And that whatever religious holiday you may be celebrating, that you can celebrate it with your friends and family. And we will talk to you next week.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.